Now, my story actually starts 5 days after the boys were trapped. It was a Sunday night, 9 o'clock at night. I'm laying on the lounge chair. All my wife and kids were in the lounge room watching TV. And all of a sudden, this little scroll come across the bottom of the TV to say that Todd and Brown have been found alive. And all of a sudden, our phone in the kitchen starts to ring, and my wife goes and grabs it and brings it in. She says, "It's for you." It was actually the Beaconsfield Mine. And they wanted to know, would it be possible for me to blast a tunnel towards 2 human beings without killing them? And if I could do that, how close do I get when I kill them? And that's almost impossible to answer, you know. So I started talking. I'm rattling on and on, telling this guy about all our new advances in technology. Now we can do things today we couldn't dream about doing 10 years ago. And I'm rattling on, and this guy all of a sudden said, "Darren, stop." He said, "Mate, we want you here, and we're going to get you here tonight." The boys have already had a hole drilled all the way through the rock, right into where they are, and they've used a Mount Franklin drink bottle with the end cut off and the threaded bit of the drink bottle screwed into this great big piece of orange conduit, which is like a big piece of orange plastic, and they've sent it 16 metres up this hole, and the boys have been given a camera. So as I'm walking up this tunnel, I'm walking up towards this student's desk, and at this student's desk was 2 paramedics and a TV screen and a telephone, and one of the paramedics is on the phone. So as I'm walking up, I've actually had to look around to see this TV screen, and I'll never forget this for the rest of my life. I went, "Oh my God." I could not believe that anybody was asking me to use explosives anywhere near them. I still wanted to go home. I was so freaked out about this, just so overwhelmed. And I'm looking at this screen, and I couldn't get my eyes on Brant's chest because his chest was moving. He was breathing. And I'm looking at his chest, and I'm watching him. And all of a sudden, it became so real. It became so personal to me, because here they were, but they were talking to the paramedic on the phone, and I can hear the conversation. And these 2 boys are begging. They were begging for their lives. They were begging for somebody, please, anybody, please help us. And I'm watching this, and I'm listening to this conversation. And right at that point, something inside me just clicked, and it changed. And I didn't want to go home anymore. You wouldn't have been able to drag me out of there with wild horses. I was now staying, and I was prepared to give those boys anything. And I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but everybody on that 925 at that point, I think, was prepared to give their lives up. Because, you see, these 2 boys, they love their wives more than anything. They're still with their wives today. But I can tell you what they were begging for. They wanted one more opportunity to cuddle their children. That's what they wanted. They wanted one more opportunity to say goodbye to their kids. And so I couldn't walk away from that. I just couldn't walk away.